and welcome to this video in which I'll be giving you my thoughts on Gåte's Ulveham for Norway at Eurovision 2024.
A disclaimer. I hadn't addressed this before because I had hoped that the EBU would come to the correct decision by now, but since they have not, I do need to address it myself. Israel should not be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2024. If Russia hadn't been banned in 2022, maybe we'd be having a different conversation right now, and on a personal note, maybe Eurovision wouldn't have become such an important part of my life, but this is the reality that we are living in, so this is the conversation that we are having. Regardless of what you think of the current atrocities happening in Gaza, intentionally cutting off other people's access to food, water and electricity is abhorrent, not to mention the act of killing. If you think governments and broadcasters should be considered as separate entities, consider the situation with Russia again. There is a video explaining why Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate linked in the description, and the creator also calls to action about what you can do yourself. Please watch that video and do something. Further resources are also listed as and when they become relevant. I'll stop talking about this when it stops being relevant.
I thought I'd just film this very short intro before I know who the winner is. I'm currently watching the voting sequence right now. Gåte have just taken the lead, so now it is between Gåte and Kaino, as we all expected. Obviously it's very exciting. I personally slightly prefer Kaino's song. I didn't even have Gåte on my radar as a potential winner for North Melody Grand Prix, but we're about to find out who it is. It looks like my AI is out of the running, which controversially, maybe that's for the best. I think it would have been a very interesting song anyway. Maybe it's better that Norway sent something slightly more serious this year. Since it's the first Super Saturday of the season and I will be filming quite a few videos after one another, I decided to wear something chaotic to represent the chaoticness of today. Obviously we've already had a Vidbir 2024 take place and that didn't go quite as planned. Hopefully the winner will be announced tomorrow, but we will see. But I didn't want to keep changing between each video or just wear the Eurovision sweatshirt as I wear in almost every video, so I'm wearing something more chaotic to represent the chaoticness of Super Saturday. Gåte have just won North Melody Grand Prix, so Norway will be sending something slightly more cultural, slightly more relevant to Norway as a country. It's pretty exciting. I don't know which performance will be uploaded on the official YouTube channel. I imagine the one they did during the show rather than this winner's performance. I think everyone knows I wasn't the biggest fan of Ulveham within Norway's national selection, but I'm excited that they're sending something in Norwegian for the first time since 2009, I think I've heard, and that it's something different. Kaino would have also been great, I'm sure, but I personally felt that Dam Tiki Dal was weaker than Spirit in the Sky, and that Eurovision has actually developed quite a bit in the last 5 years. And my AI, while fun, I don't know if it's the right course for Norway to take when they want to be taken more seriously by the juries, not just the televote, because they are smashing the televote year after year, but always kind of flopping with the juries. So I'm excited to see how Gåte can do with Ulveham. I also know that most of the other Eurovision fans seem to be all in for Gåte, so I'm excited that they're getting their wishes fulfilled as well. I didn't realise that everyone would be on stage with them for the winner's performance, so I will go back and watch the performance they did during the actual live show now, because that's going to be more true to what they'll put on stage in Malmö, I imagine. I don't think they're going to be able to invite everyone else who participated at North Melody Grand Prix on stage with them in Malmö. And here we go, starting now. We're starting with the yell again. I wonder if I'll like the song more now that I can see a live performance to go with it. Probably, because you see the people and just as a person you get more attached to actual people than just the song itself abstractly. I like this cone of light around her, that's a good start. Oh nice, and the forest being cut into the air. That's cool. And ice? I like seeing the full band on stage. That's always fun. I know that Gåte is a full band, but this is the kind of song that you could also perform without a band and it would be just as valid for a Eurovision performance. Okay, I do definitely like the melody a lot more than now that I can't get my words out. Now that I'm seeing it go along with a live performance. the instrumental melody I'm definitely much more of a fan of now. To be honest, I'm pretty impressed because they only got told to change their lyrics like this week. Though, who would be complaining about plagiarism from 1,000 years ago, I don't know, but that's also something they've had to take into this performance. That's always a cool note going into the chorus, but is it enough of a hook to get people to vote for it? Obviously people who kind of like fantasy medievalish stuff anyway will, but the general public at Eurovision, does this have enough of a hook to convert those people to voters? Oh, Robin knocking the camera, how exciting. She wants strokes right now. Very big notes, and this leaning back on the rock is also a cool shot for everyone. I can't tell, is that little stage spinning? I think it is. And everyone else is just rocking out? Or is that just some clever camera tricks? No, I think it is actually spinning. Okay, wow. Well, that's the end of that performance. And someone's putting blow up balloons. Yeah, I think I like it more than I thought I would, to be honest. Especially when I listened to the live version, I put it in 10th place, so just in the bottom half of my ranking for Nord's Melody Grand Prix. But my top 2 songs were knocked out in the semi-finals, so my taste clearly doesn't represent the taste of the wider Eurovision audience. That's just how it is. Yeah, as I said while reacting to the video, they were told to change their lyrics just this week, which I don't understand why that didn't happen earlier. If whoever the producers are, or head of delegation, or whatever, really think it's such an issue for a song from 1,000 years ago, well, so I've heard, why not have told them sooner? But I'm glad they did, because now they have one, and if they were meant to change it between the final of North Melody Grand Prix and Eurovision, I think that would be more annoying and cause maybe more of an uproar. I think this is a very professional band. I'm happy that Norway is starting something in Norwegian for once. I don't know where I'm putting it yet. I have absolutely no idea. To be honest, I think it's going to go in my 5th spot for now, but I am going to redo my entire top 37 or 36 or however many countries we get once all the songs are released from scratch. Obviously I'll remember what order I've put them in, but I will try and my best to clear my head of all my thoughts. But like, this winning after being in my 10th spot out of 18 is going to obviously give them a disadvantage compared to Tali, who was my favourite for Luxembourg, but the overall quality of the national final was lower, in my opinion. I'm pretty excited for Norway, genuinely. I really like that it's in Norwegian. I always like songs in national languages more than the ones in English, so that's definitely a plus for me. And I like it being in the rockish realm. That definitely helps it. But the fantasy-ish stuff and medieval-ish stuff isn't usually my kind of thing, so we'll see how those two have to fight it out between each other when it comes to my ranking. I think this will have no issues qualifying, to be honest, especially from a televote only semi-final. Are they in semi-final too? I think they're in semi-final too. No, I shouldn't have an issue. Yeah, they're in the second semi-final. In the second half, I see no world in which this doesn't qualify, to be honest. And we're expanding on that kind of witchy vibe that's for some reason happening in Eurovision 2024. I mean, the staging would have to be really, really messed up or something for this to not qualify. And I think that would be really a big shame, because this is slightly more professional and less gimmicky than what Norway usually sends, and it would just be showing them the wrong sign. Because yes, fun songs are allowed at Eurovision and should be encouraged, but then you can't complain about not getting any points from the jury. Because there'll be a few more videos to film today. I will be wrapping it up here. I am very excited for Norway. Definitely a right step. To be honest, after my top 2 were knocked out, I knew they were going to be knocked out. I knew they weren't really going to go to the final, or like if they were going to go to the final, that they wouldn't win Norway's Melody Grand Prix, so I'm alright. Yes, I think Kinda would have been fun again, but as I say, the song I think was weaker. My Eye is fun, but is it what Norway wants to be doing right now? If they complain about not getting jury votes, I don't think so. So I think this is the best option, especially with the Norwegian lyrics. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that you got something out of it. I will see you in the next one whenever that shows up on your feed. Bye! I just finished filming the video, getting ready to start editing it on my laptop, and look where she shows up. I love you, Robin.